And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. The commute in full swing as we get set for basketball here in the San Francisco Bay Area. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Welcome, everyone, to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge on our sideline. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything stands out west. Take a look at the Warriors. They're way down there in the conference standings, looking for a lot of improvement during the second half of the season. And, of course, the Suns, 2 games back.
And seeing where the Suns are, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
No, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to everyone. The players, the coaches, the fans. I mean, there was the idea that they might struggle, but now reality is setting in.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, for a team that has the unbridled ambition of the Golden State Warriors, moving to San Francisco is fitting. A city whose fortunes have risen astronomically in this era of new technology. Now in Oakland, the Warriors were comfortable and successful in an arena that they had played in since the late 60s. But for a franchise that aspires to be light years ahead of the competition, moving to a billion-dollar stadium seemed obvious. Kevin?
Oakland has been a wonderful home for the Warriors, but we know San Francisco will be too. Thanks, DA. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Then there's Caspi, and there's Chris, and it's Pascal in at the 4. Greg for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Johnson outside. He dishes it to Bridges. No good with the triple. To the inside. Caspi with the bucket.
He can wow you with his passes. I mean, that's as good of a pass as any three-pointer Curry's going to hit.
Curry against Rubio. Passes it to Bridges. 5 on the clock. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Ricky Rubio. First personal foul, team's first.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Chris finds Caspi. Golden State moving the ball around. Thompson against Booker. It's Curry outside, and it's Ayton with the rebound. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And it was made clear early on to Ricky Rubio that the Jazz were moving on from him. But Rubio quickly finds a home in Phoenix. 3-year deal for Rubio, who is a good fit with the Suns. Having a real point guard on the team like Rubio should be a huge boost.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Rubio. Hey, Chris, what do you think is the best way for a coach who has lost a locker room to get it back?
You just got to be honest and open, Kevin. You know, everyone's adults, and if you can't handle the information, then the onus is on that player. But Just look at what happened in Minnesota last year. You know, just terrible in the locker room. It's not good for the fans, especially the hometown fans that believe in this young team. And so a lot of times it just comes down to clear, open communication.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 25-point game against Houston. Pass to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. A 3-ball. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Perfect shooting form. Something Thompson's known for. I mean, when he's hitting the open shot, he operates at another level.
Got a piece of it. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. That one falls.
Well, so often we see this transition buckets off turnovers.
Well, you know, Greg, this is why coaches preach ball security to their teams. That sequence right there.
Now, here's Bridges. A 14-point game for him in the win against Denver. Rubio against Curry. Just 3 to shoot. And here's Booker from the arc. Ayton inside. Working on Chris.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Caspi has it in the corner. Chris can't hit.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
Bridges kicks to Ayton. Pass to Johnson. Tries again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And at 7'1" and 250 pounds, Ayton is a handful. Not easy trying to guard him without fouling. And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw drops for Ayton. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
Ayton hits them both.
And you see the raw talent Ayton has. An intimidating big man with a high ceiling and a desire to grow.
Now, here's Thompson. 20 points for him last game against Houston.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
Now, here's Rubio after the miss from Stephen Curry. Booker outside. Now, here's Ayton. Guarded closely. Here's Rubio. No good on that one. Great D that time from Curry. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Warriors have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. With some arc, and so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Warriors ball.
Here's Thompson. Drains the 19-footer. Thompson's got 5 points so far. Suns trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Bridges inside the 3-point line. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Johnson.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Curry passes to Boston. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
I love the decision that Curry makes with the ball. I mean, Kevin, he's a creative distributor. He loves to share it.
The pass to Ayton. On the wing, Booker. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's Thompson, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Oh, man, just pulling up off the dribble. Clay completely in rhythm.
Suns trail by 5. Rubio looking around. Ayton with it. Turned in an outstanding game against Denver. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. Rubio misses. Warriors leading by 5. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive outplay.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
To the paint. Here's Chris. Knocked away. And stolen by Ayton. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Some changes for Golden State. Looney's checked in for Chris. And Lee's subbed in for Caspi. And the Suns making a change here as well. Sharge is checked in. Now, here's Rubio. He's coming off a 10-point game against Denver. Sharge outside. Passes it to Bridges. And the foul called on Kevon Looney. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
Substitution. Here's Jerome. 6 to shoot. Back to Sharge. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And it's Lee penetrating. Count that bucket.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for the Warriors, Damian Lee. With 1.
One shot.
That free throw from Lee is good. See, well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they have 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes sense.
It does. Perfect sense.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Suns trail by 7. Here's Jerome. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Sharge. D right on him. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Oh, you can't let Sarge get comfortable shooting from mid-range. I mean, once this happens, it's a wrap.
Thompson outside. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Yeah, one of the best things about Klay Thompson, he's just an incredibly easy teammate to play with. He moves great without the ball. He doesn't need it in his hands to score. I mean, he looks to make that extra pass. You got to love it.
Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix.
One shot.
That free throw good from Thompson. And with Thompson, all those things you mentioned, C-Webb, about him are why he's such a good fit with Curry.
Yeah, really anyone like Clay who doesn't need the ball to be effective is a breeze to play with. But the lack of ego on him to defer the spotlight to other stars constantly, it says so much about Clay. But don't sleep, though. He has the confidence to light you up at any time.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
Chance to check out Klay Thompson. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. Averaging about 19 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds.
Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities 100%.
Here's Jerome. No points in the game yet for him.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does great. Pass to Thompson. Here's Looney. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Carter finds Bain. Pass to Sharch. Here's Jerome. And Pascal pulls it down.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
Now the pass to Baines. And the foul called on Kevon Looney. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Jordan Poole.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sharch. And here we have a rundown of the players you don't want on you when you're putting up a shot. The leaders in blocks over the last month. And you look at Chris, 5th in the league and patrolling the paint.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Here's Poole. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Thompson outside. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That is his first foul of the game.
Frank Kaminsky. First personal foul, team's fourth.
There's 39 seconds left in the first. Here's Poole.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Comes up empty down low. Here's Jerome. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Baines. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. 8-point game. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, in that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
Well, they certainly made their presence felt on defense. They were active and rejected a number of shots.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Back right after this. Notching a 50, 40, 90% season is a rare feat indeed, and Steph Curry, one of the few who have done it, talked about that challenge.
The field goal percentage as a whole is the toughest one. You're going to have some open shots, you're going to have some tough shots, but having that level of consistency and accuracy over the course of 82 games is unbelievably hard.
And consistent excellence certainly is the key. Curry brings it night in and night out.
And as tough as it is to hit those marks, he just seems to make it look easy.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
You've got Lee. Marquise Chris is out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Poole in at the 1 spot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
Kevin, with the Warriors last season, again, with the top-rated offense, they make everything look so easy. I mean, great movement, great players.
Saric. Good D by Thompson. Warriors leading by 10. Lee outside. Here's Chris. Baines with the block, and he gets it back.
Young, rangy big man. Chris possesses a nice skill set, and I think the potential to be a terrific player in our league.
The Warriors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And how about as a group? 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Caspi, he's checked in for Golden State. Devin Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. And the second free throw, good. There's always at least one joker on every roster. Who was the funniest guy, Chris, you ever played alongside?
Oh, man, by far is Jay Will. Jay Will, White Chocolate, he was the funniest before the game, after the game, during the game. He would, it'd be a bad call by a ref or something. He'd say something to the ref would laugh and pat him on the butt. I mean, he's a funny guy. He's somewhere right now telling jokes, having somebody laugh and fall out on the floor. It was just his personality, a hard worker, but he definitely was the joker on the court.
Stephen Curry's checked in for Thompson. And then for Phoenix, Johnson, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Curry dishes to Lee. Passes to Caspi. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot, and that's good for 2. Caspi's got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Curry against Rubio. Here's Saric, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Now, Kevin, Saric is such a gritty player on the offensive end. I mean, he's showing how determined he is to snag the second chance opportunities.
Poole, the pass to Curry. Tipped away. Here's Caspi. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
Curry against Rubio. Outside Curry. And he makes that one. Curry's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Curry is stronger than most people think. He knows how to keep his balance through contact.
Now, here's Rubio. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. No good from Booker.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And Caspi kicks to Curry. From deep. Rebound by the Suns. Sharge has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
Now Rubio. Back to Sharge. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Caspi. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
During Caspi's career, he has seen his role improve. A dependable scorer who can flat out fill it up, especially from beyond the arc.
First trip to the line for him here.
Caspi at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. DeAndre Ayton's checked in for the Suns. Bridges comes in for Saric. And he's good on the second. Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? We'll just have to wait and see.
Here's Poole, defended by Booker. Golden State moving it around. Poole, the pass to Chris. On its way from Curry for 2. They get it back. Poole, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Rubio against Curry. Here's Looney. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Houston.
And don't leave out his rebounder, Kev. I mean, he had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Chris passed to Poole. Here's Looney, covered by Rubio. Curry against Booker. Pass to Caspi. There's the triple. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
I really like to see Caspi stroking from outside. He's so dangerous from the perimeter.
Curry against Rubio. Launches it. Knocks down the 3 ball. Rubio's got 5 points now this quarter.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
That's to Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Up top, Rubio. Guarded by Curry. And Looney sends it back. He lobs it up. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Still Warriors ball.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Curry.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they... For Johnson. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
Look at Curry. There are a few players ahead of him in the voting, but if he holds on to his spot at number 5 on that list, he'll have a place in the three-point contest waiting for him.
And if anything, I bet he moves up the list. I mean, how could you not have this fella taking part in this contest? He'll be there.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
And here's Rubio. 7 points in the game. With the teardrop, the shot's good. Rubio's got it back down to single digits for Phoenix.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Outside Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. And the basket by Pascal.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Rubio with it. He's got 9. The pass to Ayton. He gets that one. Ayton's got 4 this quarter.
And the sheer muscle of Ayton. Sometimes he's impossible to stop on the way up.
Out to the right wing. Looney passes to Bowman. No good on the triple. Suns trail by 11.
Well, a promising start last year from Mikal Bridges. The offense was there, but it was his impact defensively that has really gotten most people's attention. A lot of great tools for a young player.
Lets it go from 11. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That'll be his second foul of the game. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. And the Suns making a change here. Warriors leading by 11.
Get there!
Top of the key, Looney. He kicks to Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. They get the rebound. The second chance effort. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Jerome. And Ayton throws it down.
I love the play call. Ayton's a well-coordinated athlete. You know he has the reach. Give him a chance to go up and get it.
Now here's Curry. Out to the wing. Here's Bowman. Here's Looney. And the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. A good-size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Ricky. Bench has always been an issue here. When they produce like they did in the first half, how does that help you?
It's amazing. That means like we have a deep bench, and then a lot of work from the staff, from the everybody of the team, like doing extra work and winning games.
Trying to change the culture around here. Thanks, Ricky. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Klay Thompson brought his A game early tonight. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
Kenny, your take on Phoenix.
Well, it's never easy to play on the road, and the score reflects that. Just doesn't seem like they're well prepared for this matchup. Every time they tried to make a run, they got derailed. I think to refocus their efforts in the second half, they're going to need to play with a lot more determination for a chance to win this.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. Warriors leading by 9. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the small forward.
And you look at the development of how Klay has attacked the rim over his career. What was once a weak spot for him has now become a strength as his finishing improves every year.
Two shot.
First one falls for him. You know what, Greg? You're right thinking back to Thompson. He had his early struggles at the rim.
And that's a distant memory for Klay now. I mean, he's dunking more often and with more force when he goes at the rim. It has made him an even more complete shooting guard.
Both good from the line that time.
He's already known for being a top-tier scorer. Thompson, he also defends on the perimeter at a high level.
Rubio, the pass to Johnson. Kicks to Bridges. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Ayton.
I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive glass.
Outside Curry. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got 13.
Using so many devices to get his shot. I mean, that time Curry on the catch and shoot.
Now here's Ayton. Covered by Chris. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks coming into town. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And the matchup with the Timberwolves, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
Thompson with the bucket.
The versatility of Thompson. I mean, you want him to defer to other scorers. He'll do it. You want him to carry the load himself. He can do that too.
Johnson outside. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon, what Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
And the Warriors with possession here. Warriors leading by 13. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far.
That's his third person, the team's second.
On defense, the Suns. Thompson with it, now guarded by Booker. It's Curry outside. The rebound by Johnson.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Booker. The putback, and Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got 14 points for the game.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Passes it to Curry. A floater, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Ayton.
That's his first personal.
Well, everyone has already agreed that Curry is a generational talent and one of the greatest shooters of all time. I mean, at this point, he is just climbing up the all-time list in NBA history. I mean, it's a robust resume.
Free throw good, Curry. And with Curry, the titles, the unanimous MVPs, Chris, it's hard to argue he's not one of the best ever.
Yeah, Kevin, what stands out to me is just how much he's changed the game. I mean, when you alter how teams approach the game and how kids practice at home, he's made the three just as big as the dunk.
And both free throws good for Curry.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Rubio dishes to Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And Rubio kicks to Booker. Clock at 6. That shot off. Good D by Thompson. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand.
Oh, when you're on D, you have to be careful on how you guard Caspi. Just a cunning player with plenty of tricks up his sleeve.
The Warriors have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. And the first one drops. Kaminsky is checked in for the Suns. Saric comes in for Johnson. He makes one of two that time. See, Webb, if we lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up for players, trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing about it.
Damian Lee. Jordan Poole.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Poole, the pass to Lee. Here's Poole. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his first personal foul.
The Warriors have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
2 shots.
Two.
And he knocks down the first one. So he gets them both. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Now Rubio. 9 points in the game so far. Kaminsky finds Booker. And they get it. It's good. Booker's got his second basket of the night.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Pass to Chris. No good that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Bridges, and he gets it to go. Bridges has got his second bucket.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Thompson against Booker. Thompson surveying the floor. Shot clock at 5. Not often you see him take that shot. Poole's got himself on the board with 3 there.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Here's Rubio. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, man, an area where Thompson has improved, a quicker first step on the drive.
Suns trail by 20. Phoenix calls timeout.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
checked in for Chris. And a change for the Suns. Carter's checked in. On the wing, Booker, covered by Lee. Booker dishes to Kaminsky with his first shot attempt, and Lee pulls it down.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
And the basket by Pascal.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Carter outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Bridges. He feeds it to Saric. Thompson against Carter. From 13, that one no good. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Bridges, no one around him. Drops in the tray. Bridges has got 7 points in the game.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
And there's the pass to Thompson. Here's Looney. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Looney's got his second bucket tonight.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, and it's inexcusable. They're all too common. Basketball one-on-one. When the shot goes up, put a body on someone.
Nailed from three-point land.
And it's looking like he got his long-range touchback after the break. I mean, that's his second 3 of the half after none in the first.
Thompson outside, down low. The baseline J, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Now, almost any player left that wide open is going to bury that shot. This is the league. That's poor defensive. Well, when you look at a guy like Kevin Looney, I mean, he gives his team so much. I mean, great option to have either starting or off the bench with his versatility. Okay, that's the shot he loves. I mean, unless there's a guy right in his jersey, he's going to convert.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And Chris, with Looney, he is a bit of a glue guy, and his defense is his calling card.
Well, he slots into so many lineups as he can play the 4 or the 5 and basically guard anyone on the floor. He has a good motor that doesn't need a ton of touches to be effective.
Chance. Let's look at some numbers for Lee. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. When you have a shooter like him off the bench, it makes scoring so much easier for the bench.
Yeah, when he's taking on the scorer's role for that second unit, then the others can go focus on what they naturally do best.
Here's Bowman. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Baines has got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
That's his first.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
For Phoenix, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
One shot.
The free throw off from Carter. Warriors leading by 16. Thompson left side. Lee outside. Pass to Bowman. He kicks it to Thompson. Over Carter. Offensive rebound. Looney. Baines with the block. Carter down low. He's covered by Thompson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Suns shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Caspi, he's checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Damian Lee. And a change for the Suns. DeAndre Ayton's checked in for Dario Saric.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw off from Carter. Warriors leading by 14. We've got 1:23 left in the third. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Yeah, taking it right into the teeth of the defense. And it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Yeah, it's getting to him, GA. I mean, the lack of communication, the lack of trust.
Baines passes to Jerome. Back to Baines. Count it. Baines has got 6.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And here's Curry who brings it up for the Warriors. 22 is their biggest lead. Off target from three-point range. Here's the Suns with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Jerome passes to Baines. That shot is off. And Golden State will go the other way with it. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock.
An elite scorer in this league. Curry is so active. How he looks for his shots. He's as versatile as they come.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Baines. The dish now to Johnson. And Carter has it in the corner. Shoots over Curry. Misses the wing J. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Back to the action after this word. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Jerome. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Looney out there with Caspi. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Thompson, and it's Bowman in at the 1.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And Phoenix making a change here. Rubio's checked in.
With 1.
One shot.
And that one falls for Looney.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Now, here's Rubio. He's guarded closely. lays it up off the glass.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Looney. Now Casper. 6 to shoot. The shot by Curry, no good. Suns trail by 17. Johnson kicks to Ayton. Rubio outside. Here's the teardrop. Score of the basket is 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
There's the steal. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And he gets the bucket. Thompson's got 22.
End-to-end, Thompson is very difficult to match up with defensively. I mean, if you don't do it, that's the outcome.
The drive by Rubio. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Warriors leading by 15. Bowman passes to Thompson. Buries the long-range jumper. Thompson's got 11 in the second half.
And that gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, 1 in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
The pass to Baines. Poke loose. To the middle. Here's Caspi. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Caspi's not just a scorer, but an incredible athlete as well who can throw it down with the best of them.
Rubio, the pass to Baines. Caspi gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. Here's Chris. It's hauled in by the Suns. Bridges has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Rubio dishes to Johnson. Back to Rubio. 4 on the shot clock. 11 feet away. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Rubio. 16 points for DeAndre Ayton. Rubio against Curry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Warriors lead by 20.
This is what you get from Steph. I mean, he can put the ball on the floor and create his own shot from just about anywhere.
Rubio against Curry. For 3, Bridges. But they recover it. Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Ayton. Another shot. Johnson, the pass to Ayton. Now, here's Bridges, covered by Chris. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Ayton with the bounce pass. For 3, Bridges, good on the triple.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And here is Curry. Passes it to Caspi from the arc. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Suns trail by 20. Booker with it. Pass to Ayton. Rubio outside. Shoots over Curry, and the basket by Rubio. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Pass to Chris. And it's denied. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. And Phoenix making a change here. Sharge is checked in. So it's the Warriors now. It's an 18-point lead. And the pass to Chris. 5 to shoot. And that one drops for him.
I mean, like the kick out there, recognizing there's more room outside than inside.
Rubio dishes to Sharge. Passes it to Bridges. Rubio outside. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Lee. That's good from Stephen Curry.
And you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all.
Timeout called, the Suns. You could argue Curry is one of the most skilled players of all time.
The shooting alone puts him in the conversation, and very few can match up to just that. Guys like LeBron and Wilt dominate with their size and athleticism, but Curry is an all-time great because of his once-in-a-lifetime skill.
We've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
They had not been playing very good basketball coming into this game. And that's when a team needs its star players to step up and stop the bleeding, just like he did tonight. Bridges passes to Rubio. Chris, we read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop
terrific.
these kids. Oh,
Good
yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
Here's Chris. It's hauled in by the Suns. Booker looking around. Kicks to Rubio. Pass to Bridges. Ayton in the high post. 4 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off for 3. They grab their own miss. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
An absolute beast inside. Love how Ayton uses his size to draw these fouls.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
Free throw drops for Ayton. 2-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
Chris with the rebound. Chris has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Outside Curry. From deep three-point range. Doesn't go for him. Now the Suns take it the other way. Rubio outside. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Sharks, that's good.
That's just sheer will. I mean, even when you body Sark, he stays after it and tries to score.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're ahead by 17. There's 1:34 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Right wing. Here's Poole. Chris, last season the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. And they're not as intrusive as I thought.
Me too. I agree.
I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually some I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company actually. So, no, I think they've done a great job kind of just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team.
The first one falls.
Well, I just like the all-around game Sark possesses. It translates well this day and age. He's a big man who can do it all. Score, pass, rebound, defend. He's tough.
Saric nails them both. Warriors leading by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Steph Curry.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
And it's Phoenix's ball. It's been 10 unanswered points. Here's Payne. They get the rebound. And it's blocked. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Steph, what was the key that had your offense going so well tonight?
Obviously, guys have to make shots, and when we're creating and moving our bodies and the ball's moving, we're not turning it over. You know, we're tough to guard, and everybody had confidence tonight to go out there and make plays. So that's contagious, and we got to find that next game if we want to keep this going.
Obviously, the way you guys want to play, Steph. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.
Acting like it's just another day. I'm too good, you don't wanna play. It don't really matter, an L is an L, even if you want away. I'll ride with the home team, it can only end one way. Get on the court and get outclassed, schooling ballers on a Sunday. Undefeated, you will never win, style fly than a Pelican. If you ain't playing on Hall of Fame, man, y'all is irrelevant. Street baller, call it baller block. Chris Paul taking all the shots, can't have no clipper without a guard. You would think it was a barbershop. Lil Bron so big time, y'all look like babies. So sick with the Timberwolves, you would think I got rabies. Only way you can tame me is switch your teams like KD, but that's a big maybe. Been winning since only buttons you can push was AV. Westbrook dropped 40 in OKC, don't play me. Steph Curry with the shot steady on y'all gon' need saline, but it ain't no solution. Y'all trash like pollution, on the court going crazy, need a mental institution. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. Shoot the shot, I got a burner. Y'all wishing for a championship, better call Timmy Turner. All night, all day, music to my ears, no Tina Turner. 2K serving y'all like a souffle, killing y'all no murder. Shooting the ball with the accuracy, Steve Kerr with the faculty. Ballin' so hard that I gotta be rocking a Chicago jersey with number 23 on back of me. Shooting deeper than the ocean, ain't hitting nothing but your square still use a triangle motion. But nobody getting open, you gon' need an assist, like Derrick Rose with the Knicks. Everybody got winning a championship on their list. Offense like James Harden, I'm cooking, no shellfish. Isaiah Thomas with the Celtics, so hot you would think he melted. Try to compete with the Cavaliers, I light it up like a chandelier. And if y'all keep on flopping like Bear Jow, we gon' get them out of here. I'm heating up, I'm blazing. Y'all trail no blazers. MVP on my team, man, I'm so amazing. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. Shoot the shot, I got a burner. Y'all wishing for a championship, better call Timmy Turner. All night, all day, music to my ears, no Tina Turner. 2K serving y'all like a souffle, killing y'all no murder.